Started off with peanuts, young street dreamer, feeling like Ace Boogie when he first quit to clean us. Almost shot the world, Muhammad Ali, I'm backstabbing ass Kevin.
Peace, what's going down? It's DJ Penguin, and I'm here to go through a beat that I made a couple years ago. But it's a great record. It's a Doe B record. Rest in peace, Doe B. The name of the track is Godflow. They shot a video to it. Shout out to Hustle Gang. If you see my video for Offshore, the record I produced for Slaughterhouse, I explained in that video that a lot of people thought that beat was sample based when in fact it wasn't, and this is the same case. I think even my manager thought it was sample based. And let me explain to you exactly what I use. It's this older plugin, Contact 4. It's an expansion called Cinematic Guitars, which I really like. Within Cinematic Guitars, they have a number of phrases, not just instruments. And so I used this one. I found this one phrase. That's not right. Damn it. I found a phrase in Cinematic Guitars that I really like. It goes like this. But that was a little too slow for me, and I also wanted to rearrange it a little, so I recorded that phrase, bounced that phrase, and then brought it back into Sony Acid, which is unfortunately what I use to make my beats. I pitched it up by 5 half steps, which also increases the speed, and I chopped it up quite a bit. That changed the timing and some of the rhythm, and I rearranged it just a little, so this is what the new version sounds like. So if you've heard the Doe B record, that sounds a lot more familiar. And it sounds like a sample. I mean, it's a phrase that I sampled from Cinematic Guitars, but obviously royalty free. And then I just built around this phrase. I added this bass line, and not really a bass line, a low lead. And this is a Nexus sound. So that added a new dimension. Also out of Cinematic Guitars, I added, I guess you could call it an arc or a sequence. I'm not really sure how to classify it, but this is what it sounds like. And I had more of that later. I had a lower version of that sound. So those 16th notes add a lot of momentum and energy to the track. The beat's actually entitled Momentum, I think, because of that particular part. When you listen to the instruments here, compared to this section, the synthesized guitars add some movement, add some pacing. So when I talk about pacing, that's what I mean. It makes the beat sound a little faster, but it's not actually faster. It's just it's increasing the pace of the track overall. And then the final melodic piece to this beat is this. I don't even know what this is. Okay, it's Vanguard. It's really subtle. The drums are pretty straightforward. This is just a combination of drums I've gotten from, looks like, a Drummer Boy kit and the Boy Wonder kit. So snares from the very first Boy Wonder kit, Bear Snare and Bear Snare 4_2. The kick is just a Drummer Boy kit. And then these extra snares are also from Boy Wonder. If you heard the My Jose Do Drugs beat I produced for King L, Pusha T, Juicy J, you'll recognize this snare as well. So I just used that as a fill. That's really all there is to it. I took that phrase from the Contact 4 expansion and just built a track around it, added a bunch of instrumentation, added drums. Obviously manipulated the original phrase a little, and it turned out to be personally one of my favorite beats, and definitely a beat that a lot of people have said they've liked. Just like in the Offshore video, a lot of these beats are pretty simple. You just have to break them down a little and understand what the producer used as a foundation for the beat and how they moved from the foundation to the completed product. If you haven't heard the record, Doe B, The name of the track is Godflow. Starlito and Don Tripp actually remixed it as a tribute to Doe B, so check that out as well. Appreciate you watching my videos. Check out some of the other behind the beat videos I have up, and much success to you. Peace.
Money, trouble tend to come your way. If you play, raise my gun like my son in your face.